eighth suggestion that I have for virtual teams is to create some kind of mechanism by which you give leadership to your team members one-on-one, not only on video calls with all the team members, but also individual calls with every team member, or especially with the team members who need your help, who need your support. They might have a problem that needs you to help them solve it, or they might have difficulties that they just don't know how to deal with. And you need to give them your coaching, your leadership, your help, so that they can overcome the obstacles that they have, so that they can start performing at the highest levels again. And you can do that easily by establishing appropriate mechanism so that you can call each team member that you have to call at appropriate time for both sides. Keep this in mind. It helps every team member when the leader is calling them and letting them know that they appreciate their work, but also willing to help on obstacles that they might have, so that they can start to perform again at the highest level. The ninth suggestion, it has to do with how do you deal with obstacles of virtual teams. And obstacles of virtual teams, there's many of them. The first one that comes to mind is pure communication, and how that leads to underperformance and how it leads to creating wrong assumptions. That can be a big problem because people in your team may not communicate as clearly as you would like them to, and also listeners, readers may not understand as clearly as you would like them to, because the details of the descriptions provided are not detailed enough. So maybe this can create problems, and you need to be careful to double check that people understand messages and descriptions the same way that you do. Also, other problems that virtual teams can create, not everyone in your team might have the same work ethic. That's why you need to be there as a leader to balance it, to see which people are performing and how they're performing, and what people have the tendency to procrastinate. And you stick to those people and try to involve yourself in managing them so that they start performing as soon as they can. The other things, it can be misunderstanding of the goals and objectives. That's why you need to remind constantly your team members, what are the goals, what are the objectives, what are you trying to achieve, how much progress you have made, what is next, and how you're gonna get there. But also motivate them in order to make sure that they feel positively about the progress made so far and the work ahead. The other thing that your team members might have a problem is asking questions. So you want to give them the opportunity to ask questions, to clarify things, because too many times they might be shy. They might be feeling that if I ask a question, I may come up as stupid to the other team members. No, you need to remind your team members there are no stupid questions. Everyone can ask questions at any time. You need to clarify things so that you make sure that everyone understands them correctly. You don't want 1 week to pass by to understand that people have understood your delegation tasks wrong, because that's a lot of time wasted. And we don't have time to waste. We need to start performing immediately. When you manage visual teams, you also need some kind of software for screen sharing. And examples can be like TeamViewer, or it can be ScreenFlow, or things like that. There's many softwares out there that you can use in order to use it to show one person what the other person is working on and how they are doing it. It can be used for training purposes, but also it can be used for joint work so that all people follow one another on what they are working on. We have used TeamViewer for that. TeamViewer is also very good because it lets you control the other colleague's computer from your own computer. But also ScreenFlow, it lets you create screens where you are showing the screen, but also you have a video of yourself explaining what you're doing. And those are all done in one screen. So in a way, you can use these kind of tools to get your people working together and understanding each other better, because too many times when they are in remote locations, they need to also see on the screen how you're doing what you're doing so that they can follow and learn and then start doing it themselves. Try to see if these tools will work for you.